your tranquility, I could love you. I love you too much. You do all everyone. You wanna give me what I love you. Too much. Better you spend all my money. Too much. I have to share your honey. Too much. When I want some money, you're gone. Don't you know you're treating you let it wrong. Now you got me started. Don't you leave me walking on the love you too much. I need your love all the time. Need your love. Leaving mine. Need your love. Stay right close. Please, please, you're love.
Oh, Need Your Lovin' with Elvis Presley, my man. Today's show we're going to do sitting down. I don't know why, but I'm going to try to sit down today. So I hope you get a good shot of this. This is Arson Marsoubian, your host for the Papa Soob Says Show. June 11th, 2020, number 17. You believe that? Did you know all the videos that we've been doing so far have been talking about my book, A Heartbeat Away, Are You Ready? We're going to deviate a little bit from that today. The show today is going to be part of what we talked about. What is a soup? It's in the first show. Success on a daily basis, optimism as a philosophy of life, overachieve in every task, and a belief in the God of the universe. Well, today we're going to talk about optimism as a philosophy of life. How did I get there? Optimism is a philosophy of life. You know, I joined Optimist International in 1964, local chapter, involved with that for years and years and years. And they have a great creed. The Optimist creed goes like this. Promise yourself to be so strong that nothing can disturb your peace of mind. Well, with all that's going on in the world today, and the fear that I have for my children and grandchildren and great-grandchildren, they may not grow up in the same country that I had the privilege of growing up in. That scares me. But I don't want it to disturb my peace of mind. It's great to be reminded of that. See, God is still in control. As long as I have my faith in Him, things will be okay. Second one is to talk health, happiness, and prosperity to every person that you meet. Isn't that great? Keep that positive attitude. Health issues, talk to your doctor. You got problems, talk to the people that are involved. Your finances, keep them to yourself. Things are getting better, are good, or getting better. Make all your friends feel that there is something in them. You want to look at the good side of every person. Some people, we have to look a little harder than most, or some, but you know, if you look hard enough, there's greatness in everyone. See, we're all created by God in His image. And I want to tell you, God doesn't make any junk. So it doesn't make any difference. There's goodness, greatness in everyone. So that's how you want to make your friends feel. I want you to look at the sunny side of everything and make your optimism come true. You know, there's a story of two twin boys about 5 years old. Maybe you've heard it. But the parents were so concerned that two of them were so different. So they took them to the psychologist, and the psychologist put them in different rooms. One of the boys had brand new toys and everything you could imagine in there. And the other boy, the other twin, They put him in a room with a pile of horse manure. Well, after watching him for a while, the boy with the new toys, he was playing with some of them. Then he started throwing them around. Then he just sat down and cried. The other little boy they checked in on, and he was laughing, having a great time. He was throwing horse manure everywhere. It was in the middle of the pile, just having a great time. The doctors came in and said, "What are you doing?" Well, he says, "Well, with this much horse manure, there's got to be a pony in here someplace." So yes, you want to look for the optimism, all the good things. Now the other is to think only the best, to work only for the best, and expect only the best. Think, work, and expect only the best. Now, if you're in a leadership position, you got to think of the best things for your company or your team. You set the goals. Then you show the example by doing your best to achieve those goals and to move the company and the team forward. If you do this, then the followers, you can expect them to do their best. Think only the best. To work only for the best. And to expect only the best. Another one is to be just as enthusiastic about the success of others as you are about your own. When somebody else achieves a goal or gets an award, are you excited for that person? Or are you a little bit envious? You got to cheer them. Be happy for them. Where humility and grace comes from, not envious. Celebrate them. To forget the mistakes of the past and press on to the greater achievements of the future. Boy, oh boy, do we get stuck on this one sometimes. You know, my good friend and mentor, the great Les Brown, motivational speaker, says that most people have problems because they spend too much time thinking about their failures and their past. And it keeps them from achieving their goals and their future. So use your goals, your past, your failures, your experiences. Learn from them. Forget them and move on. We all make mistakes. Don't let them define you. Move on. Here's a great one. To wear a cheerful countenance at all times and give every living creature you meet a smile. You know, have you ever noticed you walk into a room or a restaurant or just standing in line someplace or walking down a street and you make eye contact with a stranger and you smile? You know what they do? They smile back. You could be having a terrible day, maybe a terrible week, terrible month, but you don't know, maybe they have to. So maybe just taking a second and smiling could lift their day, could make their day. So give every living creature you meet a smile. To give so much time to the improvement of yourself that you have no time to criticize others. My favorite book, the Bible, It says that you take out the log in your own eye before you try to remove the speck in another's. Improve yourself. Spend time doing that instead of trying to figure out ways and things to say or to criticize anybody else. Improve yourself. And here's the last one. Kind of sums up the other 9. To be too large for worry, too noble for anger, too strong for fear, and too happy to permit the presence of trouble. Too large for worry, too noble for anger, too strong for fear, and too happy to permit the presence of trouble. You know, it's been a while since I recited that creed. Used to do it on a weekly basis at the club. It's the end of club meetings by reciting the creed. Even got to the point where if you said what was number 3, I could tell you. Make all your friends feel that there's something in them. But I got away from it. I got away from some of the thinking on the creed. Written anonymously years and years ago. But it's a great creed to live by. And if you'd like a copy of it, if you'll leave your name and an email contact in the comment section, I'm going to be happy to electronically send that to you for free. Well, that's our show for today. I want to thank you very much for stopping in. Next week on Tuesday, going to have a great guest. You'll want to see that. My youngest son, Brian, is going to be stopping by. Ought to be a great conversation. Don't know where the topics is. We'll figure that out. We hope you'll come by and see us. This is Papa Soob saying goodnight and thank you for checking in. God bless you.